What's up, YouTube? Jeff from The Graph Life, coming back at you with another video. This stack right here is proof that I have not made a TTM video, through the mail autograph video in quite some time. Surprisingly, only one failure. It was a return to sender. I had a bad address for Troy Gamble, the former Canucks goalie. So don't use the Texas address. He's not there anymore. This one came back to my parents' house. It's been out for, judging by the stamp, just about 4 years. 5 years, 4.5 to 5 years, somewhere in there. But we have Dan Wilson signing 3 of 3 in black. So glad to get that one back. That was out for a long time. I did not open that one that good. Hard to get them back in there. There we go. Next up we have North Houston, Texas, and I'm not going to cover my address. You want to write to me, you can write to me. Is this backwards? It's probably backwards. I think it's backwards. I don't know. Maybe it's backwards, maybe it's not. You want to trade with me, whatever, go ahead. I don't know. I don't have the time to cover it up, but former Giants receiver Chris Callaway signing 1 of 1 in blue. And I am going to try and get one from every state, but obviously, Alaska, Hawaii, those ones are pretty tough. I've been sending about 10 a week, so 2 every weekday, Monday through Friday, and we'll see what we get back. So far, so good though. This one's from Kansas City. Not sure if it's Missouri or Kansas, one of them, because it's Chiefs offensive line coach Andy Heck, signed 2 of 2 in blue. I don't know why, but I just thought that he had he was one of my favorite players growing up just because his last name was Heck. I thought that was cool. Next, coming from Little Rock, Arkansas, we have Gary Anderson, but not the kicker. It's the running back, signed 1 of 1, black Sharpie. This one took about a week. It was pretty quick. From Cincinnati, Ohio, signing 1 of 1. Vinnie Clark, who also played, I believe, for the Packers. But I had the Jaguars card. I think it's 95 tops. I thought I had a Packers card, but I didn't. Next one coming from Provo, Utah. Signing 1 of 1 in blue. We have Chris Chandler. Next up from Charlotte, North Carolina. Signing 2 of 2 in black. The one didn't really turn out so well. It's a really dark card. So this one turned out okay, the Ultra. That one's really dark, so didn't turn out the greatest, but Kenny Gaddison. So I'm glad to have them back, glad that they're signed. It's just that was kind of my fault for sending a stupid card, This one also came back to my parents' address from Phoenix, Arizona. 1 of 1. And it took about 4 or 5 years as well, judging by the stamp. Mike Leake, signed 1 in blue. He's been doing his mail lately, catching up on it. Not sure about a current address because he is a free agent. But if you can find one, I'm sure that you'll get it back relatively quickly because it'll be on top, most likely. Again, not 100% sure on that, but it's worth a shot. Next, from Baltimore, Maryland, we have 2 of 2 in black from former Orioles pitcher Tippy Martinez. I've gotten a lot of Orioles lately, and a lot of them still live around Baltimore, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have Santa Clarita, California. This took 6 days, and I live in Pennsylvania, so I went all the way to the West Coast and back. 6 days. Bill Ashley, 1 of 1 in blue. Looks nice with the Dodger, Dodger card, Dodger blue, looking good. Next up, and he has his return address on there, so we'll show that as well. from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the original Frank Thomas. Super nice guy. $5 fee. So he sent me a business card, the original Frank Thomas. A really long letter that I can't read because it's entirely too small. I'm not even going to unfold it. I'm going to attempt to read it, though, just not on camera. So I sent him this one for my Phillies collection, and he also sent an extra of him on the Pirates. So a 2 of 1 from the original Frank Thomas. Always a great signer. $5 a card. The $5 goes to charity. He's a great guy. Next from Nashville, Tennessee, we have 4 of 4, which is the max I normally send from Mr. Mike Smithson. I don't normally send more than 4. I just feel like you get a little greedy there. He does have a ton more cards, and I do have more cards of him, but I'll wait until next year and mail them, or hold on to them and not mail them at all. Who knows? Next up again from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we have one of the best signers out there. He does have a fee, but it's only $1 per card. Mr. Sid Bream. So he's on the 93 tops, the 91 tops, and the 92 Pinnacle. All in blue and all with a different Bible verse, which is pretty cool. So $1 card for Sid Bream. Well worth it. Known as the Slide. Look that up if you don't know who he is. Coming in from Kansas City, Kansas, I believe. 2 of 2, a guy that I wanted to get when we were down in Washington, D.C. a few years ago, but just, ignored everybody. Mr. Matt Adams. So now he's playing independent ball and signing everything. So it's kind of crazy how when you drop down, you kind of get humbled. Next up, we have another one from Baltimore, Maryland. There's the return address, if you can make that out. But 3 of 2, Bronze Star recipient, Vietnam veteran Al Bunbury. He sent me this 4x6 card, and then he signed both my cards. So yeah, veteran, Bronze Star recipient, awesome guy. That was really quick, and I think it was like 15 days. I saw where other people it was closer to a month, but that was really quick for me. So I think he is signing right now. Next up, we have North Texas, Dallas, Texas, which I don't get why they do that. Just put Dallas or North Texas. I don't know why I don't know. Anyway, whatever. So I actually sent him 5, which I don't normally do that. I told him to keep the dupes because I had duplicates of these 2, David Need. But as you can see, he signed the dupes and signed the other card as well. So 5 of 5 from David Need, no fee. Told him to keep them, didn't want them, I guess. That's totally all right with me. But, kind of wanted to get rid of those. Next up from San Diego, California. Signing 2 of 2, 1 in blue and 1 in black. I think he kind of went with whoever matched the card. $5 fee per card. Jesse Orosco. So that one with the Orioles in black and the one with the Mets in blue. Both look awesome. Well worth the $5. He pitched, I think, until he was 80, just about. It seemed that way anyway. He was, I think he retired when he was 50, but still, he was pitching for a long time. Next up from Atlanta Metro, Georgia, 1 of 1 from Terrell Wade. Big time prospect, but never really amounted to much. But no card left unsigned. Gotta send him out. Gotta try and get him done. This one is coming from Great Falls, Montana. So that's a tough one, Montana, to get back. And as you see the back there, Goose with the smiley face. This is from Glenn Goose Gregson for my Red Barons collection. He was the pitching coach for a couple of seasons. Lives out in Montana now. 3 of 3 in black. That's awesome. Don't know how I didn't get him when I was a kid. I had everyone else on the coaching staff from that year, except for him. So Kind of strange, but whatever. I'll take the TTM, and I'll count that as Montana. Let's go. Another one, North Texas, Dallas, Texas. 2 of 2. Joe Ferguson, former Bills quarterback. Great quarterback. No fee on him. I thought maybe he would have a fee, but no. So nice to get a vintage return there. Next up, Salt Lake City, Utah. This guy has not had a return in a few years. I think since 2019, 2020, somewhere in there. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to write him a nice letter, handwritten, see what happens. 1 of 1, Mickey Davis. So glad to get him back. Well worth the risk, I think. And, writing a good letter always seems to come through. Next one from San Francisco, California. This guy's a strict 1 per, but he does it for free. One of the better fullbacks, Tom Rathman. Signed in black. And he'll sign multiple, if you send to him multiple times, as long as it's 1 at a time, he will sign for you. But it's always just 1. So glad to add him to the collection. Next up, this one took about a month from Baltimore, Maryland. We have 2 of 2 from Scott McGregor, who is an awesome signer. I never got around to sending to him. I finally did, and happy to add him to the collection. I'm not even sure what number we're on now. We're on a bunch, but from Albany, New York, Jim Crash Jensen. So he moved. He used to live in Florida, but now moved up to New York. So make sure you get the new address if you plan to send to him. Next up, we have Boston, Massachusetts. There's who it's from, and I kind of gave it away. It's Joe Morgan, former Red Sox manager, up there in age. He's born in 1930. So he is 92 years old, I believe. I don't know what month it was, but depending on the month, 92, 93 years old. Next up, we don't know. Parts unknown, not postmarked, but I know where it came from. Came from Connecticut. Fan favorite in Scranton. And, really didn't have a long career at the Phillies, but he has Phillies cards. So for the Phillies and Red Barons collection, signing 2 of 2 in black, Sean Fesh. Huge following in Scranton, and then he left for the Rockies, and everyone was disappointed. But that was also the time when Randy Wolf had the Wolf Pack. So it was pretty cool to see the 2 fan clubs kind of competing with each other there. Another one from North Texas, Dallas, Texas, signing 3 of 3, Mr. Claude Osteen. That one's beautiful. Signed the signature card and also signed the Dodgers logo card as well. 3 of 3, just about a week, no fee. Love getting those vintage back. He too is 90 plus years old. Next up, this is a fun one from New York, New York. Signing 3 of 3. We have Mr. Steve Donahue. So I have the Yankee Stadium card. One of the signature cards. And then a Yankees logo. So he's been employed by the Yankees since 1979. Different role this season. He used to be the head trainer. So he's had a good relationship with all the players. And this past weekend, when they retired Paul O'Neill's number, he actually presented him with the water cooler, which O'Neill kicked to be funny. So he's pretty well known, and I've been with the Yankees now for a long time. I think 43 years, I think it'd be. My math's right, 79? Yeah. So pretty cool collection. I never know who to get those stadium cards and logos signed by, so I'm trying to find somebody interesting like that. And I think Donahue's well-deserving of signing them. Next from Trent, New Jersey. Just kind of stumbled there. I don't know what I was trying to say. Former Raider Phil Villapiano. Pretty sweet. Signed both signature cards with inscriptions. And also the 79 tops. No fee on him. Great linebacker for the Raiders. The Raiders. Next up, we have Tampa, Florida. This guy's health Actually, he wasn't doing so well, but he is doing much better now, and will probably be going back to broadcasting shortly. From Tampa, Florida, this is Buck Martinez signing 2 of 2. I loved him on Triple Play 2000. He did the color commentary on that video game, and every time he'd hit a long home run, he's like, "That ball would have been out of Yosemite." It was my my favorite line in the whole thing. I don't know. It just got me. So I had to tell him about that. I don't think he cared, but he signed my cards. So thank you, Buck Martinez. Nova, which no, not Villanova, it's Northern Virginia. 2 of 2, blue Sharpie, kick returner, Brian Mitchell. With the Redskins there, now they're the Commanders. Kind of weird, but I'll get used to it, I guess, maybe. I still haven't gotten used to the Guardians with the in Cleveland, so we'll see how long it takes, but eventually I'll probably get it. Syracuse, New York. Wow, we're getting up on 16 minutes now. 3 of 3, all in blue Sharpie, Frank DiPino. So I want to keep this, I wanted to keep it under 10, but obviously now I guess the goal is to keep it under 20 and just start doing videos more often because this is crazy long. If you're still with me, thank you for continuing to watch. Next from Minneapolis, Minnesota. 1 of 1, blue Sharpie, Tom Chorsky. Finally got a hockey one in there. Nope. Haven't been many hockey, but glad to add one. Sacramento, California is next. 1 of 1 in black. Former Raider quarterback Andrew Walter. Kind of signed in a dark spot, but still signed. You can kind of see it a little better in person. I'll take it. Happy with it. San Francisco, California next. Former Raider and 49er running back. We have Roger Craig. He signed 3 of 3, all in blue. And look at the signature cards. Spank them with inscriptions. That one is 49ers, 80s All-Decade team. Then this one is 3-time Super Bowl champ 49ers. Or 3-time Super Bowl champ 49ers and 1,000 in 85. So awesome success from Roger Craig. Great signer. No fee. Usually, though, if you send him $5, he will inscribe like that. I didn't send him anything, and I kind of feel bad. So next time I send to him, I'm definitely going to send him a donation. Next from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you got the Gator. Ron Guidry, 1 of 1 in just over a month. I've tried him 4 different times and have not had a return until now. So 4th time's a charm, no fee. Evan says, oh, he signs 1 and don't send him more than 1 or he won't sign. I've only sent him 1 all 4 times. Never got him back until now. Glad to add him. Thank you, Gator. Next one, Tampa, Florida. 2 of 2 in blue, Rick Monteleone, former Yankee prospect. At least that's how I remember him. But he also was with the Angels as well. Next one, we got the Capital District. Not the Red Light District, but the Capital District, Washington, D.C. 2 of 2, kind of weird. Tim Bogar, he signed the 2001 tops on the front. But then the 93 Stadium Club, he didn't sign the front. It's his rookie card. But he signed the back. And see, there's his rookie. I don't know. 2 of 2, though, still signed him, but signed the back on that one for some reason. Maybe I put it in backwards in the envelope, not really sure. Either way, signed them both. Thank you to Mr. Bogar. And the last one I'm kind of excited about. If you saw my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this one. Coming from Mid-Island, New York. My first ever lacrosse success. I got these in a fan pack a couple of years ago. Rob Pennell, 2 of 2. And decided to send them out. See if I can find an address. I did find an address. Sent them out. Took just about a week to get them back. Signed up. So glad to add those to the collection. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you're a true fan of the channel. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.